I found this at Paste. Every number one hit from 1974 ranked worst to best, and it's kind of interesting because they're just calling like the number one hit of per year. It seems like not like every number one song per week, because the list is only like from what I saw like 36.
Well, that makes sense though.
Yeah. You don't want to go too. So there's some of these you look and you go, oh Lord. So for instance, at number 35 is Ray Stevens' "The Streak." Like,
now,
how is that a number one song?
It was a number one song. I mean, it just really kind of suggests that 1974 was a pretty shit year for music.
Yes, they call him the Streak. Like, no offense to Ray Stevens, but
no, we can offend. No, Ray Stevens is terrible. But the thing about it though is, talk about somebody who jumped right into the zeitgeist and said, everybody is taking their clothes off and running around. I'm going to write a song about it, because it was the year of people streaking.
Yeah,
you don't really get streakers anymore, do you?
We do, but they don't. It's kind of almost passé. There's so much nudity anymore in the world, like on the internet and everything else, where it's just like, oh, there's somebody's naughty bits running across. Whoop-de-doo. It's not as like pardon the pun, in your face as it was in the 70s. You don't get the Morganas, the kissing bandits coming. That's
what I'm talking about. You know, so, like Arnold Palmer and his big shaft is
exactly very big. Yeah. Sky jacket.
This is a guy that was all man, very stiff shafted. His man was strong and tough, very stiff shafted.
Right,
he took showers with the other pros. They came out of there.
We get it.
Shut up!
That's unbelievable.
Okay, you won. Shut up.
Whoa. Yeah, we're gonna get more of that coming up here soon.
That would happen in the 70s, where somebody like Morgana or somebody would just come running onto the 18th green, and then run off, and there would be, or some nude guy would streak at the Oscars. I mean, it just there's all those great stories. We don't. There's just not some good old fashioned streakers.
Streaking. And I'm here for it. That's very true, Kelly.
But they want to be seen. That's what they want. They want the spectacle. Maybe they don't want it to be saved forever, but
Yeah, and I'm glad we don't have it, because I don't want another song from Ray Stevens like this.
No, that's true. Yeah.
So I digress. You had picked out some selections from this one, and I will compare and contrast which ones you picked out to other ones that stuck out to me as this was a number one hit.
So this was listed from worst to best according to Paste, and coming in at number 34 was this absolutely infernal song by Paul Anka called "You're Having My Baby."
Oh God!
And it's such a I don't know how right in the middle of the women's liberation movement in the 70s, a song like this got to number one, or even got released. It is so. You don't have to be a feminist to go, this is offensive.
Right, and it was lauded as like, oh, this is so romantic. No, it's not. Listen to the lyrics.
Oh, the seed inside you, baby, do you feel it growing?
That is terrible. Oh. The seed inside you, baby, do you feel it growing? What the hell is that?
That's unacceptable, is what that is.
That is a terrible song. And then, Odia Coates comes along, and for some reason she agrees to sing along with Paul Anka. Shut up, Anka. Why was that number one?
That seed so deep in me, I feel it growing there, Paul. Oh. You did a good job, buddy. I know. Just saying that out loud made me feel dirty.
No.
But you put some catchy music behind you.
Number 31 is another just garbage song.
I never heard of this one. Maybe I have, but I don't know it per se.
Well, it's Bo Donaldson and the Haywoods, and his song.
You can't. That's dirtier than my seeds inside you. Bo Donaldson and the Haywoods.
Yeah, and it's the song "Billy, Don't Be a Hero."
Is it? And again, I think is it Billy, don't be a hero?
Yeah,
don't be. Okay.
Yeah, it's about somebody going off to war or some such nonsense.
No.
Billy, don't be a hero.
Yeah. So it's something.
Yeah.
Billy goes off to war and he dies. He ends up being a hero, and
And Paul Anka puts his seed in the lady.
and this was
Like,
this is.
your man passed away. Now you're having my baby.
I mean, there's another song on this list that we'll get to in a second because this is definitely a year when people dying in songs was fashionable.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 1974. Remember, these are all songs from 1974 that were number one that year.
Yeah.
Ranked by Paste.
And another one that has people dying in it is Paper Lace, The Night Chicago Died.
Oh, come on. How dare you besmirch Paper Lace?
Really easily.
Mother not, it really was. Mother whether not, Angina's tough. I just know it from High Fidelity.
And it's one of the it is one of the songs kind of like what's the Journey song, Don't Stop Believing.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Anyway, it's got bad geography in it because it begins talking about the east side of Chicago, a place that doesn't exist.
Yeah, Journey's got South Detroit.
Yeah, stop dancing.
Daddy was a cop on the east side of Chicago.
Oh, you know what? I've never actually listened to the verse parts.
Yeah,
I've only listened to the chorus. I'm already over that song.
yeah. Daddy was a cop on the east side of Chicago, and it's a song about Al Capone.
Yeah, well, get to the chorus.
Oh, you're not going to dance again, are you? Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, that's a crap song. You know what? You changed my mind in 20 seconds. You gave a strong argument. 'Cause I've only known it from High Fidelity, where Jack Black sings it about Laura's daddy dying and Brother What Another and Gina's tough. That's all I know it from. Here's one on the list. I don't know if you get to it, but it's way too low. It needs to be in the top 10. Carl Douglas's Kung Fu Fighting should be way higher on their list.
As a good song?
It's just a fun song. I'm not saying Carl Douglas Kung Fu Fighting is a good song, but I guarantee you play that son of a bitch anywhere, everyone knows it right away.
Yeah, that's true. And again, it was, if you weren't streaking, you were getting into Kung Fu. That's what you were doing in 1974.
That was the only two things you do. You could be nude or do Kung Fu or do nude fu, whatever you wanted to do. You get some nude fu in there if you'd like.
Is this where I sign up for nude fu?
No, that's down the street here. This is only where you get your cuckoo doodles or whatever it is.
I brought my black belt. It's all I have. Is that okay?
Can I do my nude fu?
Olivia Newton-John, I Honestly Love You. Oh, terrible song.
That sounds like crap.
Horrible
song. The title sounds terrible. If they had put Xanadu or something or Have to Believe We Are Magic, that's a better song.
Physical? Give me Physical any day.
Yeah, no doubt.
Number 22.
Oh, God. Here.
Want no part of this. Number 22 is Gordon Lightfoot and the song Sundown.
Ugh. You better take care. Is it about a stalker? Is it about, because I found you hanging out around my back stair?
I don't know. But that one, and again, somehow became number one.
Yeah.
The Spinners and Dionne Warwick. Now we're starting to get, I think, into some decent music.
That's some good stuff right there.
I'll take this.
Little Al Wilson. I'll take that at 22. What do you think of number 19? I don't know if it's on your list.
I don't like this song.
You don't?
I don't.
I think BTO is okay. Gun to your head.
Go ahead.
Go. Gun to your head, BTO or ELO? Who are you taking?
BTO all day.
Thank you. That's the only correct answer.
But I was listening to this earlier. Let me pull it up here and see if I can get this to play. Okay.
Now, they'll get to a part in this song, and I'll amaze you with a maybe not true fact that I have heard about this song. But play it first.
My deal is the song doesn't really go anywhere.
True. It kind of stays this.
It's this for 4 minutes.
It kind of is. It stays probably that tempo. You're right. I mean, I guess there's a slight change in syncopation, when they get to the chorus, maybe. But I got to hear the chorus because that's where the story comes in right here. So, do you know why the stutter's in there?
No, I don't know why.
The rumor is, the urban legend is, and I haven't substantiated it. I've seen it reported a couple places, but apparently one of the members of BTO, his cousin had a really bad stuttering problem, and he was with them that night in the recording studio.
Oh.
And they were talking about the songs, and the lead singer then said, you know what, I'm going to try it with, because he was stuttering all night long, and they went with that. They said, that actually sounds good. Go with the baby, you ain't seen nothing yet.
You know, that's a little curious because later on the list is Benny and the Jets.
Oh.
And he stutters in that.
In 1974.
What's going on? So you're either kung fu fighting, stripping, or making fun of stutterers. What's going on in 1974?
I don't know about 18 on this list. Remember, we're talking about the 1974 number one hits. This is Pace Magazine. You can find the entire list. I don't know if this song needed to be covered, let alone by Grand Funk Railroad.
Yeah.
That should have been left alone.
Yeah, it's not a... Yeah, it's not a very good cover. You know what? It doesn't go anywhere. It's the same thing. It's the same problem with BTO. It doesn't really go.
Same band. Isn't Grand Funk just American BTO, and BTO is Canadian Grand Funk?
You're probably right. Yeah.
The same band. Oh God, I hope you have something to say about number 16, because this is a home of hot takes on this here podcast and live stream.
So coming in at number 17, is this the one?
No, 16.
Oh, 16. I'm sorry, 16.
Yeah.
Steve Miller Band, The Joker.
Some people call me the Space Cowboy, by the way, Johnny.
It's listenable.
Some call me the Gangster of Love. I just love that wow.
Yeah.
But it got it rejuvenated from that 70s show when they're all sitting around. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I think
I have
it's
no problem
fine
with that.
Song. I think it should probably be higher.
And again, we're going from worst to best, and so it's getting up close to the top here. Yeah. Hughes Corporation Rock the Boat is it's a disco standard.
Yeah, don't rock the boat, baby. Yeah. Rock the boat, don't tip the boat over. Here's one that should have been higher. This should have been number one.
I think so. This is a really good song. I think I've got it. Yeah, I do.
Not only used in Guardians of the Galaxy as well.
Yep. Yeah, used in Guardians of the Galaxy. And of the two versions, because there was another version by B.J. Thomas that doesn't have Hooga Chukka in it.
And that's no good. You got to have the hookah chukka, hookah chukka. I can't fight this feeling. Oh Christ! What I forgot to look all through this list. I'm looking ahead at number 13.
We can just skip over Cats in the Cradle.
No, we can't. Cats in the Cradle is that one that everyone always points to, like, you're going to Cats in the Cradle me. And as much as people hate it and say it's a crap song, which I agree, that son of a bitchin' song comes on, and if you're of a certain age, it does hit you. Where like he's grown up just like me. It's just got that crap emotional pull that you just can't.
But it doesn't. It doesn't have an emotional pull. I think it is, and I think it is the most contrived emotional pull that I've ever heard.
It is. It is schlocky. It is the Hallmark movies of 1974 number one hits.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not like when you watch It's a Wonderful Life and you just you start blubbering or something, or you're watching, I don't know, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and it gets to the end. It is just a absolutely contrived bullshit song.
I will totally agree with you wholeheartedly on that one. It is contrived, personified. It was written specifically to tear at the proverbial heartstrings of individuals, and it's one of those things like, it's okay, man. It's okay. Not your fault. Not your fault. Just play catch with your kid. Just play catch with your kid. Just once. Just once. Otherwise, he's going to grow up to be just like you.
Just like you.
Yeah. Oh, God. Let's move over that one real quick.
I just want to address it for a second because it is so uniquely bad for a John Denver song. You know,
That's saying a lot.
John Denver's fine in certain moments. You know, Muppets 12 Days of Christmas.
Yeah, he's fine in that. Please, Daddy, don't get drunk this Christmas.
Right.
A holiday standard like no other. But this is bad.
I'd give to you
Ugh, what is going on with his voice?
just like
I could give to you.
That's just terrible.
if I
Can we go to Paul's comment real quick? From a comment wherever.
Yeah.
He's going to start his 8-track tape collection solely on this list.
That was another.
I don't know if that's a party I want to go to. If you're playing, just saying.
Now
number
we're
11's
talking.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Barry White is
Can't
great.
get enough of your love, baby. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love that. Oh God, what is number 10 doing where it's at?
This should not be in the place that it is in. It is
How
just
is this better than Hooked on a Feeling?
right.
Like in no universe is this better than Hooked on a Feeling or better than Kung Fu Fighting.
This is the second one in the list where people are just dying for no reason.
trusted friend.
Number
If it's your friend, you should know.
one. Number one,
Your
Michael.
friend, you should know how long you've known each other, by the way.
Why? How? Why? How and why? Why and how?
Who listened to this and said, I need to turn this up? This one's fantastic. Terry
And, you know-
Jacks can go to hell, Terry Jacks.
George McRae's "Rock Your Baby" is fine.
John Lennon,
John Lennon,
fine.
"Get You Through the Night." It's fine. Not one of his best, but it's fine. Andy
No.
Kim. This is another one.
No,
that's,
Rock Me Gently, Rock Me Slow. How are any of these better than freaking
Yeah.
Hooked on a Feeling?
Yeah,
here's
not a
your-
good song.
No, Rock Me Gently, Rock Me Slowly, right? That was a song?
Yeah,
Yeah.
real sappy, real
Real crappy, more like it. Oh, here's our second stuttering song of the day.
The year of stuttering.
Yes. Good sweet Christ. The guy who comes in at number 5 we just heard.
Yeah. And then so then we got another John Denver song comes in, and again, not a really good John Denver song. He just
Who did
doesn't
he pay off in 1974 where he's got 2?
Well, I mean, it's
Like a walk in the rain.
Is this the one that was something about my senses? You light up my
yeah,
senses
you
or
light up
whatever?
my life or something.
Yeah. I'm glad
Number
he got on a
5,
helicopter.
come on, number 5.
Get the hell out of here with this.
Fill me again.
Yeah, he something was going on with John that year. That was I don't know. Was that the year he was
You know
planning to build a plane and fly it into the ground? Was that what was going on?
You know, some streaker got home and made some sweet seed loving to that song and then sang Paul Anka afterwards. Got my seed in you thanks to John Denver and lighting up my senses.
Oh God Almighty! Barbara
Why are we so
Streisand.
sad? What was going on in 1974?
It's
with all
bad.
these sad bastard songs.
Really not a good year for music. Not a good. Barbara Streisand, The Way
All of a
We
sudden-
Were. Jim Croce, Time in a Bottle.
All of a sudden,
I got
I'm
no use for
yearning for
that.
the streak. I'm
Yeah, right.
yearning for the streak right now.
You know
Give
what?
me Ray
That's-
Stevens.
That's probably why because it was such a departure from this horse shit.
The 1974, the year you want to kill yourself.
God
Just look at all
almighty.
the number 1 songs. If I could save time in a bottle.
So Time in a Bottle and Cats in the Cradle were both number 1 in 1974. That's bad.
That's terrible. One or the other. You can't have both.
And Billy
can't
Don't Be a
have-
Hero.
You can't
And
have
those
both.
horrible John Denver songs.
All that shit was awful. Now you know what? Now I know why BTO was up there.
See, and this is the kind of thing I point to when idiots get on their high horse and talk about, oh, there's no good music now. Everything is just garbage and it's not even listenable. Really? Really? It's bad
Look,
now? It's bad
Check
now.
out the list. We'll share it in the description below.
Yeah.
Look at this list and tell me that music was better back then.
it's like there's a couple. I mean, really, and the ones that we like they're fine. They're not great.
Yeah, Carl Douglas, blues.
How many times can you listen to that though?
Oh,
That
Kung Fu
gets old
Fighting. You can't. Yeah, that's not on your shuffle. That's every once in a while. You go, you get a little inebriated, like Kung Fu Fighting. Yeah.
No, at the Paul, that one actually. Paul says they left off Year 16 by Ringo. That is on the list. I don't know if it's coming up.
No,
it's on here somewhere, isn't it?
Towards the back. Yeah, it's like number 33 or something. The forerunner to that allowed the knack, My Sharona, to be socially acceptable was You're 16, You're Beautiful, and You're Mine.
Came in at number 27. And again, you shouldn't be singing that song.
No, like I said, socially acceptable. If it weren't for Ringo Starr blazing the trail for Young Girl by Gary Puckett and the Union Gap, and then My Sharona by The Knack, all thanks to Ringo Starr and his You're 16, You're Beautiful, and You're Mine.
Why? I mean, even if this is 1974, even if it was 1960 and Ringo was like in his early 20s, it's still wrong.
Still not great. Still not great there, Ringo. There's your list of number ones from 1974, quite possibly the worst year in music ever.
Maybe. I mean, I'd like to see a similar list from 72 and 73 because there is a weird pothole in American music that something happens right after the 60s and we just crater. And it's not until, we start getting into the late 70s, it took the Sex Pistols, I think, to get us out of it.
Yes, exactly. Thank God for the Sex Pistols and the Clash and the Ramones.
Right.
Thank you, punk rock.